Today's show is all about Southern traditions. And one of the most wonderful traditions that we have here in the South is rocking in a comfortable chair on the front porch. But I can't do that all day because I've got to get into the kitchen because I want to show y'all my recipe for making grits pie. I've got a friend coming in that's going to teach us how to braise a turkey shank. And then I'm going to finish up with a spicy black-eyed pea. So I hope you'll stay tuned because today is all about Southern roots and Southern traditions. Oh, and we like our dogs too. Hey y'all, you know, it was hard for me to get out of my rocking chair, but there's one thing that will get me up from that chair, and that's to get in my kitchen and cook some of my Southern favorites. A grits pie will get me out of the rocking chair. That's what I want to share with y'all today. You know, grits plays a big part in the culinary world of a Southerner. In fact, I would say that grits probably got a lot of people through the Depression because grits is nothing but ground corn and it's very economical. You can serve a big bowl of grits to somebody for just a few pennies. And we have learned to do just about everything with that grit. In fact, we'll eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And now we're gonna eat it as a dessert. Okay, our water's boiling. Now I'm gonna stir in 1/4 cup of quick cooking grits. Now you never ever wanna use an instant grit for this. And you don't wanna use the long cooking grits. You wanna use that quick cooking grits that cooks in about 4 to 5 minutes. And you'll notice I'm gonna stir this the whole time it's cooking because I don't want our grits to lump up on us. I want our pie to be very smooth. Now I'm gonna take them off the heat for a second and I'm gonna stir in into this small amount of grits, y'all. I'm gonna stir in a stick of butter. I'm sorry, it's just hard for me to talk about some of this stuff with a straight face. Y'all know how I feel about my butter. I just love it. And this is also gonna make it even creamier. So I'm gonna put this back on the heat. If you've never had a grit, you just don't know what you're missing, y'all. All right. Now I'm gonna bring that over here and you can see how wonderful they look. They're creamy and they're smooth. And that's because I've stirred them the whole time. Now I've taken an ordinary frozen pie crust from the freezer and I've let it thaw. Now I'm gonna make the custard part that goes into our grits. And I'm using 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, and I'm gonna stir those 2 dry ingredients together. That will help cut down on the lumping of this when I add my liquid. There we go. Now I'm gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna add 3 beaten eggs. Just slightly beat them. You don't have to pull out the mixer or a whisk. And in they go. And those eggs are gonna give our pie a custardy texture and flavor. And you can see how easy that's going together because I incorporated that flour and sugar together real good so I have no lumps. Now I'm gonna pour in our liquid, which is 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Now because there's raw eggs in our custard, I wanna temper the grits into the custard. I don't wanna dump it all at one time because that could possibly scramble the eggs that we have in it. And we don't want a scrambled egg and grits pie. I'm just going to take my buttermilk cup and slowly cool down those grits with the custard mixture. And you can see that has not scrambled our eggs up. Okay, I got those nice and tempered, so I'm adding all of that to our custard, and it's just that simple. I've got it all together. I'm gonna just pour our custard now into a thawed 9-inch unbaked pie crust. All right, so in the oven it goes. I've got my oven set at 325 degrees. And I'm gonna bake our pie for about 40 minutes. Really, it depends on your oven. You'll wanna be careful placing the pie in your oven because you don't want it to spill off or get on your crust. You want all that custard to stay right in the center. Well, our pie's in the oven, and I've got a wonderful surprise for y'all. I've got a friend that's gonna be joining me for the next segment, and you know what? This is the very first time on Paula's Home Cooking that a non-family member has ever appeared on the show with me. So y'all stay tuned. We got a wonderful, wonderful traditional dish coming up next, prepared by one of my favorite chefs. So I'll see y'all back here in the kitchen in a minute. You don't want to miss this one. Hey y'all, welcome back. When I left a few minutes ago, I promised you that I was gonna have a special guest in the kitchen with me today. Now, I really wanted y'all to meet my friend, Chef Clayton, because he specializes in the use of African and Caribbean ingredients. And that is the basis of the kind of food that I cook, low country cuisine. Chef and I met
in Birmingham.
In Birmingham, Alabama. We were both invited to do a fundraiser for Hannah Homes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Chef.
Well, thank you.
I'm so glad you're here with me. And we're just gonna walk down memory lane today. We're gonna visit our heritage and the traditions that we do here in the South. So, Chef Clayton is gonna teach us how to make braised turkey shanks. Why don't you tell everybody what braised means?
Okay, braised is really when we saute the turkey shanks here in this braiser, and I'm browning the drumsticks in olive oil. And what we've done, ahead of time, we Frenched the turkey legs ahead of time just by cutting here and just taking the skin off. Mm-hmm. Just mostly for cosmetics. And it looks real nice when it's like that, and make it look like shanks. I'm gonna get a couple of slices of ginger. This is some fresh ginger. This is the best way to do ginger. Kind of like Martin Yan does it. Let's watch this. That's it.
You are kidding.
Yes, I mean that
just almost minced it with that.
Just pulverizes it. And then we're gonna finish it off with some peanuts also. Yeah.
Southwest Georgia peanuts.
Ground nuts. That means it's in Africa. You know, anything that grows underground is protected from the insects.
Ground nuts.
Ground nuts.
Not grinded up nuts,
no,
but ground nuts.
Underground.
Is what you're saying.
All right, and then I'll get this okra ready.
Okay. And you're just kind of cutting that on the bias a little bit.
Yeah, just cutting them on the bias.
Just like you would for fried okra.
Right. Let's go in and add the onion.
Okay, so just kind of throw everything in.
And that smoked sausage. You know that smoked sausage is really making it southern.
My goodness. We use this so much, Chef, in low country balls and gumbos.
Yes.
Anything that we want a powerful, smoky flavor in.
Right.
This kind of sausage goes in our pot.
we're adding 8 ounces of sliced smoked sausage and 1 large onion diced. Oh, doesn't that look good?
Oh, it looks fabulous. I'm going to get that sausage around so it'll get down in that oil.
Okay.
Yummy. In case you're not from Alabama and you don't know what the Hannah Home operation is, it's really a safe shelter for women that have been battered or are addicted to drugs and alcohol. They move them into this wonderful home. They're just completing the building of this home, and it's just going to provide a safe area for women and their children. It's taken in family units. It's a very, very good cause, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have been a part of it, because like I said, I got to make a lot of new friends, but especially you, buddy.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So now we'll add 2 tablespoons of minced ginger root.
Ooh.
And 1 cup of okra. I
Okay.
love that okra.
I do too. I like it any way I can get it. Boiled, fried, casserole, gumboed.
How about that? Now we have 1 cup of diced celery. 1 cup of diced sweet potatoes. How you
I
like that?
thought that was carrots.
Oh man, I'll tell you, these
We're putting
are
sweet potatoes,
sweet
in
potatoes.
there.
And then, of
Wait,
course,
I lost a,
you lost
I lost
you
a tater.
lost a tater.
That's not like me to lose a tater, I'll tell you.
2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Okay. Now, you ready for some chicken stock?
Yes, I'm ready
All
for
right.
some stock, honey.
Okay. Okay. 3 cups of chicken stock.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, that
kabow.
quietened them up there,
I'm
didn't it?
telling you. I think I'm going to turn our heat up a little bit.
Okay. Now,
Get
once
that
we get
thing
that
to
turned up
bubbling.
and get it started, and then we turn it down to simmer. And we'll let that simmer for about 20 minutes. And then, when we come back, we're gonna add a couple of other items to this that's gonna really make it not only Caribbean, but Southern. It's gonna be very good.
So y'all can't leave me. Hey y'all, welcome back. In case y'all have just tuned in, I'm here in my kitchen with Chef Clayton. Now, Chef, I just had to finish up. I had to get my bacon off because I'm getting ready for the next dish. But Chef Clayton is sharing a recipe with us called Braised Turkey Shanks. Now, tell us the history on this.
All right, we have about 3 different cultures involved here. We have West African, which is quite naturally these ground nuts that we have, peanuts, okay? And then we have the Northern, which is like Ethiopia. We have some injera bread that we're gonna use. This is a community dish, a 1-dish meal. And then, of course, we added 1.5 cups of cooked collard greens. I mean, this is gonna make it Southern along with the smoked sausage. But we have these collard greens that we cook the traditional way with the ham hocks, as my daddy used to say, hammer hocks.
Hammer hocks.
Hammer hocks. And we cook it the traditional way with the ham hocks and onions and hot peppers and vinegar and a touch of sugar. So we add all of this in, and we let this cook for about another 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
And just let those flavors just marry.
Okay.
And then once we do that, and then we add 1 cup of toasted unsalted peanuts. Believe it or not, it's best the next day. Oh yeah, once those flavors just
After
marry.
the flavors marry.
Yes, and it's very, very good the next day.
Is it too early for me to?
No, it's not too early. You know, I knew you were going to do that. Wait a minute, I have something for you. So in case, you know, you're always tasting people's food here. You use this. And not only can you taste
You
this
know
food,
what?
you can reach over and taste someone else.
Everybody has always told me I have a boarding house reach. This is wonderful.
Well, that's yours.
I can, thank you. I can steal everybody's food off of everybody's plate, and they'll never realize what I'm doing.
That's right.
Because I can quickly shut this
Shut it
back up
and just
look
say, "Who, me?"
totally innocent.
Yes.
How cute is this? I love it.
Okay.
But you know what? That won't hold that juice.
No, it won't.
But that show will nab a turkey leg.
It will
won't
nab a turkey leg.
You are too cute. Out of this world.
Oh, thank you, Paula.
And now what are we going to do with that bread?
Well, actually, the way they do this in Ethiopia is they actually use the injera bread, and you use it as if it's a utensil. And it's a community kind of dish, and you just grab it like this and fold it up and just pop it into your mouth. Now, it's a little too much for me to pop in my mouth right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay, well, you know how to do it. We also put this in the bottom, the injera bread in the bottom of the bowl, and then pour the stew over the top. And then after everyone finished eating, that bread that's on the bottom has soaked up all of those fabulous flavors.
Well, what would you recommend them using if they can't find or don't want to make this injera bread?
Believe it or not, just use some flour tortillas. That's just as easy.
That would be great. Just
Yes.
lay them in the frying pan and just heat them up.
Right, and just
It
put
would
your
be
stew in it.
great.
Yeah, but this is a community dish. It brings the family back home. Yeah,
Just where I like them.
Yes, everyone just sit around the table and talk, and that's the way they do in Ethiopia.
Well, it is just out of this world.
Thank you.
And I'm definitely going to be making it.
All right, thank you.
Well, you know what? I could stand up here and eat that whole pot, but I got black-eyed peas to cook.
Okay,
Come
well,
on
go
down
ahead.
here and help
Okay,
me.
that sounds
I'm
great.
going to be making a spicy black-eyed pea today. Now, I have taken 4 slices of bacon, chopped them up, browned them off, because I'm really going to just garnish our black-eyed peas with this bacon. And I'm going to add 1 diced onion. You know, we have to have onion in everything, don't we?
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to let those saute a couple of minutes, Chef, until they're kind of transparent.
Okay.
Now, I've got 1 pound of dried black-eyed peas. I'm going to just throw them in the pot just as they are. But
Okay.
if you're short on time, use the quick cooking method. Soak them overnight in water, drain them, and just go about your recipe just like you would. All right, Clayton, I'm just going to throw those dried black-eyed peas over in there. Just going to kind of toss them around in that grease. And now I'm going to add 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies.
Oh my gosh! Now that is what makes it. That and the chili is gonna make it spicy.
And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of chili powder.
Okay.
So now we're going to add our liquid. I'm going to put about 3 cups of water. And let's add a little pepper.
That looks good
Just
already.
to give it a little bit more spice. And then I'm going to add some salt. There we go. Now I'm just going to cover this and let those simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to keep checking this pot because there again, they're dried and they're going to be doing a lot of drinking down there in that pot. So why don't we take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to be showing y'all how to fry plantains.
Oh yes.
Talking about that Caribbean food.
Yes.
So I'll see y'all back here in the kitchen in a minute. I'm having a ball with Chef Clayton and hope y'all are enjoying him too. You gotta try this dish. I told y'all that Chef Clayton had taught me how to fry plantains his way.
Well, we'll take these and just cut them at an angle like so. And all we have to do is just drop these suckers in some hot oil.
Now, I see that you've gotten something over there to eat along with them on the tray.
This is a mango salsa. Serve this on top of each one of these plantains.
All right, well, let's try them.
Yes.
Hope I don't burn my mouth.
There's a lot of flavors there.
So many flavors. You got your kind of sweet plantain. You got the bite of the jalapeno, which I love, and that strong flavor of cilantro. Not to mention the red peppers and the onions.
That is very good.
Thank you, Clayton. These are great. I hope y'all enjoy them. I hope that you've had a good time with Chef Clayton and me today, because we've certainly had a ball talking about our Southern roots and our traditions and cooking up all these dishes. But you know what?
What?
We never tasted those black-eyed peas.
No, we didn't.
You know, and that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a sin. Mmm.
Oh, that's
They're
good.
so good. And you know what? I couldn't believe you and I are so much alike in a lot of ways, and you've never had a grit pie.
Never had a grit pie.
Well, honey, dig in.
All right. I'm back at home in Birmingham. This is so good. Excellent.
You know, we've made some fabulous food today. I love the fried plantains, the spicy black-eyed peas, this grits pie. Oh, and my goodness, Clayton, your braised turkey shanks.
Weren't those delicious?
Well, it's over the top.
Thank you.
Our time is up.
Oh, my goodness.
So you want to help me sign off?
Yes.
And as always, y'all, Chef Clayton and I send y'all love and best dishes from our kitchen to yours. Thank you, Chef. You're
Okay,
great.
darling.
You're great.
Thank you.